Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into the world of US coins to uncover a hidden gem, the 1991 United States quarter dollar. This ordinary-looking coin might just be sitting in your pocket change, but if you have the right one, it could be worth a staggering amount. So stay with us until the very end, because we're going to reveal just how much this quarter could be worth today. Let's begin by taking a closer look at this fascinating coin and what makes it special. The 1991 US quarter was minted during an important period in American history. It was part of the Washington Quarter series, which has been in circulation since 1932 to honor the nation's first president, George Washington. This coin was widely used in daily transactions, making it one of the most common pieces of currency. However, not all quarters are created equal. Some rare variations, minting errors, and pristine conditions can turn an ordinary coin into a valuable collector's item. Now, let's talk about the design. On the obverse side, we see the familiar profile of George Washington, facing left. This classic design by John Flanagan has remained a symbol of American heritage for decades. Above Washington's head, we see the word Liberty, a reminder of the nation's core values. To the left, we find the phrase, "In God We Trust," and just below Washington's chin, the year 1991 is inscribed. Flipping the coin over, the reverse side features the majestic American bald eagle, wings spread wide, clutching arrows and an olive branch. This powerful imagery represents the strength and peace that define the United States. Below the eagle, we see quarter dollar, and above, the nation's name, United States of America, along with the Latin motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. This design remained unchanged for decades until the introduction of the 50-state quarters program in 1999, making the 1991 quarter one of the last of its kind before the major shift in American coinage. What makes this coin so valuable? The key factors are rarity, condition, and errors. While millions of 1991 quarters were minted, finding one in perfect, uncirculated condition is extremely rare. Most of these coins have passed through countless hands, suffering scratches, dents, and wear. However, a well-preserved quarter that has been carefully stored or never used in circulation holds significant value among collectors. Another factor that skyrockets the price of a coin is minting errors. Some 1991 quarters were struck with defects that make them unique. These errors can include off-center strikes, double dies, missing elements, or even rare variations in the metal composition. Because these flawed coins are one of a kind, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. If you happen to find a 1991 quarter with an unusual mistake, you could be looking at a huge payday. Now, the moment you've been waiting for. How much is a rare and valuable 1991 United States quarter dollar actually worth? If you have one in flawless, uncirculated condition or one with a rare minting error, its value could reach an astonishing $65,000. That's right, this little piece of change could be worth a fortune. So, before you spend that quarter on your next coffee or drop it into a vending machine, take a moment to inspect it. You never know, you might be holding a hidden treasure in your hands. If you love rare and valuable coins, you're in for a treat. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of US coinage to uncover a hidden gem, the 2012 United States 5-cent coin, also known as the Jefferson nickel. You might think of this coin as just another piece of pocket change, but what if I told you that a special version of this nickel could be worth an absolute fortune? That's right, some of these coins are not only rare but also highly sought after by collectors. And if you're lucky enough to have the right one, you could be holding a small fortune in your hands. Stay with us until the very end, because we'll reveal just how much this little nickel could be worth today. Let's get started. Before we talk about its value, let's take a closer look at the history behind this coin. The 5-cent Jefferson nickel has been a staple of US currency since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. The design features Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. Over the years, the nickel has undergone various modifications, but Jefferson has remained a central figure on the coin, the 2012 edition of the Jefferson nickel was minted at several locations, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. While billions of nickels are produced each year, only a handful stand out due to their condition, minting errors, or unique features. That's what makes this particular year's coin so special. It has the potential to be a rare and valuable collector's item. Let's take a moment to appreciate the intricate design of this coin. On the obverse side, we see a detailed portrait of Thomas Jefferson, facing forward. This design was introduced in 2006 as part of a modernization of the nickel's look. The word "Liberty" is inscribed in cursive to the right, just beside Jefferson's profile, adding a touch of elegance to the coin. Below that, you'll find the year 2012, along with the familiar phrase, "In God We Trust." Now, let's flip it over. The reverse side showcases Monticello, Jefferson's iconic Virginia estate. This neoclassical masterpiece has been featured on the nickel for decades, symbolizing Jefferson's lasting impact on American history. The words "E pluribus unum" are inscribed above, while "United States of America" and 5 cents are displayed at the bottom. What makes this coin so valuable? It all comes down to 3 key factors: rarity, condition, and minting errors. Rarity plays a huge role in determining a coin's value. While millions of 2012 nickels were produced, very few have been found in flawless, uncirculated condition. Most coins from this year have passed through countless hands, accumulating scratches, dings, and general wear. But if you happen to have one that looks as pristine as the day it was minted, it could be worth a significant amount to collectors. Another major factor is minting errors. Some 2012 nickels were struck with unique mistakes that make them incredibly rare. These errors can include off-center strikes, double dies, missing elements, or variations in metal composition. These one-of-a-kind coins are highly sought after because no two error coins are exactly alike. If you happen to find a 2012 nickel with an unusual feature, you might be looking at a jackpot. The last factor is the overall condition of the coin. Coin collectors use a grading scale to determine a coin's quality, ranging from heavily worn, good condition, to nearly flawless, mint state. A nickel in mint state condition, meaning it has no wear and retains its original luster, is worth far more than a circulated one. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for. Just how much could a rare and valuable 2012 United States 5-cent coin be worth? If you have one in perfect, uncirculated condition, or if you have a rare minting error, its value could reach an astonishing $75,000. Yes, you heard that right, $75,000 for a single nickel. Imagine finding one of these in your change or tucked away in an old coin collection. It's proof that treasures can be hiding in the most unexpected places. So, before you spend that nickel on your next purchase, take a close look at it. Check for rare errors, inspect its condition, and see if you might be holding a small fortune in your hands. You never know, you could be the next lucky collector to strike gold with a simple 5-cent coin. If you've ever glanced at a penny and thought it was just another ordinary coin, think again. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1990 United States 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln penny. While most people see a penny as nothing more than spare change, the truth is that some rare versions of this coin can be worth an absolute fortune. If you're lucky enough to find the right one, you could be holding something incredibly valuable without even realizing it. So stick around until the very end, because we're going to reveal just how much this special penny could be worth today. Let's get started. The Lincoln penny has been a key part of American coinage since 1909, when it was first introduced to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this iconic coin replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. Over the years, the penny has undergone a few design changes, but Lincoln's profile has remained a constant symbol of American history. The 1990 Lincoln penny is no exception. This coin was minted in huge numbers at facilities across the country, including the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. However, not all 1990 pennies are created equal. Some possess rare features, minting errors, or pristine conditions that make them highly desirable among collectors. That's where the real value comes in. Let's take a moment to appreciate the intricate details of this coin's design. On the obverse, or front side, you'll find the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln, facing right. Above his head, the word "Liberty" is boldly inscribed, symbolizing the nation's core value of freedom. To the right of Lincoln, you'll see the year 1990, marking the coin's mintage. And just to the left, the words, "In God We Trust," are prominently displayed. Now, let's flip the coin over. The reverse side features the iconic Lincoln Memorial, a tribute to the great president who led the country through the Civil War. If you look closely at the design, you can even spot a tiny statue of Lincoln sitting inside the memorial. Above the monument, the words, "United States of America," curve along the edge, while the national motto, "E Pluribus Unum," is placed just below. At the bottom, the denomination, 1 cent, is clearly stamped, reminding us of the coin's humble value, at least, on the surface. So, what exactly makes the 1990 Lincoln penny so special? The key factors are rarity, condition, and minting errors. First, let's talk about rarity. While millions of 1990 pennies were produced, only a small fraction of them have remained in pristine, uncirculated condition. Most of these coins have passed through countless hands, accumulating scratches, dings, and discoloration. However, if you have a 1990 penny that has been carefully preserved, never used in circulation, and still has its original shine, it could be worth far more than just 1 cent. Next, we have minting errors. This is where things get really interesting. Some 1990 pennies were struck with unique mistakes that make them highly valuable. These errors can include things like double dies, off-center strikes, missing letters, or rare variations in the mint mark. The most famous and sought-after error is the 1990 No S proof penny, which was mistakenly minted without the S mark from the San Francisco Mint. This error makes it incredibly rare, and collectors are always on the hunt for one. The final factor is condition. Coin collectors use a grading scale to determine a coin's quality, ranging from well-worn, good condition, to nearly flawless, mint state. A penny in perfect, mint state condition, meaning it has no signs of wear, damage, or fading, can fetch an astonishing price at auction. Now, the moment you've been waiting for. Just how much could a rare and valuable 1990 United States 1 cent coin be worth? If you have one in perfect, uncirculated condition, or if you happen to possess a rare minting error, its value could reach an incredible $67,000, that's right, $67,000 for a single penny. Imagine finding one of these rare coins in your change or hidden away in an old jar of pennies. It just goes to show that treasures can be hiding in the most unexpected places. So before you toss that penny aside or use it in a transaction, take a closer look. Check for rare errors, inspect its condition, and see if you might be holding a small fortune in your hands. You never know, you could be the next lucky collector to strike gold with an ordinary-looking penny. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting!